Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I know I did one yesterday. It was more based on the PulseX sacrifice. And I know I helped many of you get a MetaMask wallet. This video is going to be more along the lines of what PulseChain is and how you can play around with the test settings or the Testnet settings. Do some exchange, shows you how to stake the Pulse, how to get the faucet, some free to play around with. Again, all of this stuff is completely testnet, so it's not real. You can play around with it, send it back and forth. Because the fees are so low, you will get a ton of transactions and be able to do some cool things. So let's get right into it. All of the links, again, will be in the description of this video. And if you would, please like and subscribe as well. I'll be trying to put out updates for everyone as often as I can as new things roll out. And it'll be a good way to stay on top of it. There's plenty of other streamers out there that are Hex streamers, Pulse streamers. But again, if you give me a like and subscribe, that would be fantastic. All right, so the first site we're going to look into here is howtopulse.com. There's a ton of information in here. I'm not going to bore you with it, but go in and do some reading, see what PulseChain really is versus Ethereum. I'll give you the quick overview. PulseChain is a fork of Ethereum. So it's the very similar network. It's going to have the world's largest airdrop because it's not only just a fork, it is entire system state fork, which means all the coins that were on Ethereum or that are on Ethereum, you will get a copy onto PulseChain. So you'll have immediate coins if you have things in Ethereum. Okay. There's Hex information here. There's some different tools. Again, just go through it, give it a look, see what you think, and we'll go from there. All right. The next thing that I want to walk you through is actually how to set up your testnet. So what I'm going to recommend is you go to Google, and this will be the easiest thing for you. I'll put all this instructions in here as well, but if you're going to look up PulseChain testnet settings, okay, first thing that pops up is your GitLab. This is where all the information is. Most people either use GitLab or GitHub for development tools, things like that. So if you scroll down to where it lands you, the first part you're going to see is how to set up your MetaMask wallet. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I created a brand new wallet that doesn't have anything. You click the Fox up in your browser there, and as you see right here, it says Ethereum mainnet. Okay, we are going to click that, add network. And this screen pops up. We're just going to toggle back and forth and paste these settings in. Okay. Paste this network name. We're going to grab the URL. Put that in. 940 TP. Okay. So chain ID is 940. Currency symbol is T. PLS, and then we'll get the block explorer and we'll paste that in and we'll save. And now we are on PulseChain testnet. As you can see, I have 0 coins in here. We're going to fix that in a second. If you click your little browser window, like I said, the Fox that's in your browser, it's going to say connect. So we want to connect it. You want to hit next and connect. That will connect it to the PulseChain. So we can close this window and keep our mini MetaMask window open. Okay. All right. Now that we're connected, first thing I want to do is get you some test. So we're going to go to the faucet. Okay. We're going to open this window. Again, link will be in the description. Open up your MetaMask. Just copy your address. Paste it right here. Okay. Easy as that. We'll open the MetaMask window back up, and it's already there. One test pulse. Okay. So that was pretty simple. The next thing I want to show you is the block explorer. This is, you saw how fast that happened. These blocks come in, essentially, their averaging time right now is 3.4 seconds. So that's how fast compared to Ethereum, which is, on average about 14 seconds. We're getting about 3 times as fast of transactions going through this network. So pretty fast. Things happen very, very fast. So when this does go live, you're going to want to make sure that you send it to the right place. Don't make mistakes because, again, these things happen fast. There's no way to cancel it. So I don't want to bore you with that. The next tool that I want to show you is the Uniswap clone that we have right now. This is the test where you can swap for tokens. If I swap, let's just do 0.5 PLS, select a token, let's pick Hex. It'll say that I can get 1567 of those. I would hit swap. It'll tell me the statistics, what it's going to cost, everything like that, and then you confirm. Your MetaMask will pop up. Shows you the fee. You can see how small the fees are. Very, very less than pennies. Confirm. Because the transactions are so fast, these usually go through pretty quickly. So, all right, transaction submitted, swap completed, already done. Now we can look in our wallet and see our coins. Okay, now don't see your tokens, you have to import it. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait. We'll go back here for a second. I want to okay, I'm gonna have to go to etherscan.io. And I can type in Hex. Okay. Here is the information that we'll need to add. Okay. This is the address, the contract address. So we'll import our token. Contract says Hex. Decimals. Add token. Import tokens. Okay. So now when we go back to our main menu, now we see our Hex. You can do that with any coin by going to etherscan.io, searching for the coin, you have to add it that way by the contract address. When you put the contract address in, it usually recognizes it. So it's pretty simple. Okay. Now let's go back to the Uniswap exchange and let's flip this and flip our hex back to Pulse. Now, you have to allow the protocol to use your coin, so you click this. It's going to, again, ask you for permission. It says, are we allowed to spend your money? Yes. This is the difference between decentralized exchanges and your main exchanges. Nothing really ever leaves your custody of your wallet, okay? You don't have to put anything on the exchange and then beg to get it back. So this is why we love the Uniswap and the which will be the PulseX exchange. So just hit swap, confirm, pay our tiny transaction fee here. Okay, wait for confirmation. It says still pending here. Should only take a couple seconds. There we go. Swap exactly for this. Okay, you can go back to your wallet and see. Go to assets, and now I have 0 hex, and I lost just a little bit with all these transactions. Okay. All right, the next thing I want to show you is the validators. This is how, let me try to refresh this screen. How come it's not letting me? Wonder. Let's try to refresh this page a little bit here. I'm not sure why it's not. You know, again, some of these are they're working on things constantly. So, all right, what's going on here? Why? Huh. Okay. Well, let's. I don't know what that is. I don't. Maybe I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't want to hit that. Oh, now we're drawing. No, we're not. All right, so let's go. Let's try and go back to our validator page here and see what happens when it reloads. All right. Sorry for the hiccup. Still learning this crap. The recording crap. Okay, so the way PulseChain runs is instead of a bunch of miners mining blocks getting rewards, we use validators. This is what makes the proof of stake possible. Okay, there will be a total of 33 validators that rotate through based on the total number of Pulse coins that have been assigned to them. Basically, you can give them, not give them, but you can delegate your Pulse to their validator. Okay, So each one of these is a different server that's running somewhere in the world, that's keeping up with the blockchain, that's solving the equations that happen in order to mine the blocks and confirm the transactions are legit, okay? So each one of these addresses, right now I believe there are 22 of them. Again, when this goes live, there will be 33 validators, all competing for, well, there'll be more than 33. There'll be 33 active validators, and you'll probably have a bunch more competing for those spots, okay? Because only those spots get the rewards, get the stake rewards, okay? Every time they complete a block, they will essentially earn a reward for doing that transaction, okay? The way to do this is to go over here, pick one of the validators. I don't know if there's a way to see this expanded or not. Okay, but anyway, what you want to look for when you're picking, here's your revenue share, okay? So these 3 servers or validators are only rewarding back 50% of the revenue that they get in. That 50% is then divvied up amongst all of the people that have put their stock in here and become, you know, a contributor to their node. Okay, so based on how much you delegate to that validator depends on your revenue share of what they're providing, okay? This one pays 99% of all the rewards, so that would be a good one. The next thing you want to look at is the misdemeanors and felonies. Now, I'm not technically sure what constitutes as what. I know if you go offline, that means a misdemeanor or a felony. I'm not sure. If you miss blocks or whatever, fall out of the rotation, that can also play a part in the misdemeanors. But you're looking for somebody that doesn't have either, because what happens is after too many felonies, I believe you get kicked out of the rotation. I'm not 100% certain on that, but if somebody keeps going offline and isn't a stable server, they're going to get booted, which means your delegator, the delegated pulse that you put into their validator node, won't get a reward. Okay, so these are the things you want to keep track of. Now, you can only add and remove every rotation, okay? So this one says the next rotation happens in 9,510 blocks, okay? Around 9 p.m. tonight. So anything that I put in here, so let's pick this guy, right? There's only 2,880 pulse or test pulse in here, and he's giving 99 revenue share. All right, so we click the little house, and I'm going to add 0.75. Okay, I'm going to add it. It's going to ask me to confirm, so I'll confirm the transaction. Okay, this will go through, and then a little green box will pop up saying that it's been added. And then in just a few seconds, you should see, maybe because it's not a full one, we may not see it here, okay? But if I click this, oh, it's not showing up yet. Hang on. Let's give it a second. We'll refresh it. There we go. So it shows that I have 0.75, which means I'm entitled to 0.03% of that 99% that they're getting in their rewards. Okay? So it's pretty cool. Now this won't take effect until, like I said, 9:16 p.m. tonight, and then it'll run for 24 hours. I don't recommend when this does go live that you pull out your delegated pulse until the rotation finishes, or you could lose out on getting your revenue. Okay? All right. I think that was about all of the toys that there are that I'm aware of, and should give you quite a few things to play around with. If you're technical minded and you want to set up your own node, there's information here in the GitLab on how to do it. The dump for the Genesis file to start this sync process, all that good stuff. There's plenty of reading in here between the GitLab information and the How to Pulse website. Like I said, feel free, dig in, learn as much as possible. Follow some of the YouTubers, check them out. There's always a live stream going on, which is pretty incredible, and it's a lot to keep up with. To be honest with you, there's just so many of them out there, and they all do wonderful work. Again, like, subscribe, follow me. I'm on Twitter at CryptoEwok as well. If you want to give me a follow there, I would appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.